This is, I mean, why am I not prepared? Why don't I have this? You know where my notes are? My notes are on the phone. You know where my phone is? I'm talking to it right now. I'm recording. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just kicked the camera. I wanted to say, are you okay? I mean, I didn't actually kick you. I mean, I guess that's the Canadian in me, right? I said sorry to the camera and I said, are you okay? I'm okay. I was gonna say sorry again. I just moved it back. Come on, cat. I am Kat. Welcome to the 4Hooks, 4Loves YouTube channel. This is a place where I like to share whatever I am getting up to in terms of my crafts. Usually that is knitting and crocheting, but recently it's also been a little bit of sewing. So, how you been? It's been a while. What is this? Is this episode 6? I can't remember. I think my last one was in September. I'm gonna have to check on that. All I know is that I've been trying to film, to record podcast episodes, and it just hasn't been panning out. Life's been getting in the way. And there's been a couple times when I have had an opportunity to record, but honestly, either I wasn't feeling 100% or just wasn't up to it. And you know, I think that just comes across on the video, and you've got to be into it. If you're not into it, it's going to come across, and then your audience is going to feel that you're not into it, and it's just no one's going to want to watch that. So I've missed you. I have missed being here. It is Monday, December 12th today, and it's a bit of an odd day for me. I'm supposed to be at work. I woke up today and my plans changed very quickly. I had to take a family sick day, is what we call it in teaching, because my daughter was sick. Sorry about that. I had to help my son for a second. So yeah, as teachers, we have sick days, like personal sick days, but then we have family sick days. And I had to take a family sick day because this morning I woke up and my daughter had surprised me with, you know, she was sick all night, apparently all over her bed and her floor, and I had to strip the bedding and clean up the floor and wash it all and disinfect the room. And so she's got some sort of stomach bug, and my 2-year-old, I think he's got something as well, although he hasn't vomited, but he's definitely got something. And then as I was getting the older 2 ready for school, my eldest, he's got, he was complaining of stomach pains. So I said, okay, you guys picked something up from school, something's going around. And of course, I can't leave them with the grandparents who usually watch my toddler while I'm at work, because I'm not gonna risk exposing them to any sort of stomach bug. So long story short, I had to take a day. I'm here at home with them, looking after them, and it's been a day already. So it's 11:30. I've got my workout in. I've looked after the kids. Haven't had a chance to eat yet, but I want to get this done, and then I'll eat. I'll have my protein shake, and then I'll probably have to grab my other son from school. So let's talk. Let's talk. What have we been making? I know it's the holidays. I know people are ramping up with holiday knitting or working on their Advent projects. I have been doing Vlogmas, in case you haven't seen that, you can check out my channel and you can see the little short Vlogmas episodes that I have been recording. Maybe I can stick in a little card, I think they call it, a little link right up here to some of them. Maybe I'll do the first one. And they're just short episodes that show you a little glimpse into my life every day. Some of the things we're getting up to and opening my Advent with you. I only got one Advent calendar this year, but I've been loving opening it every day. I haven't started a project with it because the project I want to do requires me to start with the full skein, which I don't get to open up until December 25th. So that's okay because I have other projects I'm working on, and I am 100% excited to start this project the day after Christmas. So in our home we celebrate Christmas, but you know, I'm happy to hear about any holiday that you celebrate, and I just love the holiday season. I just love December. I just love winter. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. You can see out the window here, we actually got a little bit of snow yesterday. Not much. I didn't mention we're from Toronto, Canada, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. You know, growing up, I remember we had winters where we had so much snow. Like my parents had to carry me like up high because the snow was so high and so deep. Like my head would barely be above it. And now I'm like, my kids, they don't even get to experience that. Like we got so last winter we had one big dumping of snow, and that was it. Nothing else for the rest of the winter. So I'm really hoping that we get some more. I really want to take my kids snowboarding this year. I want to get them lessons. If we're gonna have winter, if we're gonna have cold weather, I want to be able to experience a real winter. I don't want it to just be damp and gloomy. I want it to be bright and snowy and be able to go up to the slopes and go snowboarding or go skating. Or not that I'm great at those things, but I think it's fun, and I think it just helps you enjoy the season. Anyways, I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that, but that's okay. So where was I even going with that? I don't know, but let's get started. Let's get started with what I'm wearing. This is an older project. I made this about, what are we, 2022? I made this about maybe 3 years ago, 2019 perhaps. This is a crochet project. This is the Astrid Ruana by Toni Lipsey of TL Yarn Crafts. It was actually the very first garment that I ever made, and I love it. I wear it all the time. I'm gonna push my chair back and stand up here for you to see. It's a longer piece. Let me see. You can't get a full view here. Let me see if I can move back there. That's about as far back as I can go. I really love how it doesn't just fall straight, it goes and it kind of curves. Try to lift it a little bit here so you can see it kind of curves a little bit there. And I love the striping detail because it's not just stripes, it's like curving. It's very curvy. Anyways, there's no buttons or anything. It just drapes over your shoulders and short sleeves, and it is perfect. I highly recommend. It's a very easy pattern to follow. What did I use to make this? It's worsted weight. What did I use? I think I know what I used. I used a yarn. I Love This yarn, which is, I think, a Hobby Lobby. I'm sorry, I'm making noise with my chair. It's a Hobby Lobby brand. Yeah, I Love This yarn by Hobby Lobby. I've only ever been to Hobby Lobby once, and I had grabbed this while I was there. So I had heard everybody back then talking about this yarn. It's the only time I had ever gone. It's the only, I had picked up some yarn a bunch when I was there, and this was one of them, this blue and this sort of deeper blue. I know it looks a little bit gray in the camera, but it's not. It's a deeper blue. And I can't remember if it was 100% acrylic, but it's very squishy and bouncy, and I really love it. So that's what I'm wearing. Finished objects. I have one finished. No, I have two finished objects. I have two. My first finished object is this hat. This is the Cozy Cable Sock Monkey hat. And this is actually my own pattern. This is the only pattern I've ever written and published. It is in my Ravelry and my Etsy, but my Etsy shop is currently closed on vacation. It's been like that since March, since I had the concussion, but Ravelry is still open. So if you were interested in this pattern, that's where to find it. It's just a very simple cable pattern with a double brim. Cables are not difficult, so if you are nervous about cables, don't be. The only thing I did alter the pattern a little bit to make this one, because my husband has a very small head, but actually what I noticed is actually I may go in and edit the pattern, because what I'm noticing is that over time with the instructions on the pattern, the hat was just stretching, becoming a little bit too big to wear. So I ended up ripping it out, the one we had, and re-knitting it to fit my husband better with, I used size 9mm knitting needles, and yeah, I used size 9mm knitting needles, and I believe I did, I changed some of the repeats. This is, I mean, why am I not prepared? Why don't I have this? You know where my notes are? My notes are on the phone. You know where my phone is? I'm talking to it right now. I'm recording. I will update, I need to update that pattern. Yeah, because this is a better fit. This is a better fit. I just did my hair. I just blow dried my hair, but this is a better fit. I actually accidentally did an extra repeat for my, I wasn't paying attention, I was watching TV, so I need to pull one out, but I went a little bit longer than I wanted to for my husband. So, but knitting them on the 9mm needles made a big difference, and changing the amount of repeats and lessening the decreases also made a difference. So I need to update that. That needs to happen. So I'll be doing that. I know some people have told me they've even knit it on an 8mm needle, and it's also been a success. So my second finished object are these socks. Here we go. So these are actually, oh, I almost dropped them there. These are for me. This is yarn by Rose Hill Yarns. I got it last year on Boxing Day. This is called, I think, Solar Wind, and it was a 75-25. It's just a plain vanilla sock. I did 15 rows on the cuff, 60 rows on the leg, just a slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. I knit I'm a size 10 foot, so I knit the foot for, I knit until it measures, sorry, I shouldn't cover my mouth. I knit it until it measures 8, what did I do? 8.5 inches? Yeah, I think I did it until it measures 8.5 inches. And then I start the toe decreases. And that fits me really well. I cast on 60 stitches. No. What did I do? Yes, 60 stitches. I was doing 64 originally, and then I found that it was a little bit baggy around my foot. So I went down to 60, and it was a perfect fit sock. And then when I did this one, I did 60 stitches. And to be honest, they were a little bit tight around this part. I felt it stretching, like pulling a bit. And I looked at the labels of this yarn and the other yarns, the lollipop yarns that I had used for my previous socks. And the lollipop yarns were an 80-20 blend. And this one was a 75-25. So I thought that had something to do with it. So, this is my half finished object. I had cast on this sock next after this one. And I said, okay, this one's also a 75-25. So for my 75-25s, the yarn seems to be a bit tighter. I'm going to go back up to 64 stitches for those. So I started knitting 64 stitches for those, and it was too big again. So I went back down to 60 stitches for this, and even though it's a 75-25, I did the 60 stitches and it fits great. It's not tight here at all. So, and it still has that nice, it has the same nice, soft, bouncy, squishy feeling as my lollipop yarn, but this one doesn't. This one has a different feeling. And it's the same. It's 75 merino, 15 nylon. So I don't know why this one is feeling tighter. Like my gauge is the same. I checked. So I don't know if it's the content of the wool. Like I don't know if it's just the makeup of the wool or where it's from. But even knitting with it, it felt different. It had a bit of a harsher feeling. It didn't feel soft and bouncy in my hands. So I'm not looking forward to wearing these. I'm hoping that after washing them, I want to give them a good soak. I'm hoping that will soften them up. And if it doesn't, I don't think I'll purchase this yarn again, if I'm being honest, because I didn't like the way it felt. And now I feel like maybe the rest of her yarn might feel the same. I don't know. But I love this one. Let me tell you a little bit about this one. This one is from Polka Dot Creek. This one was the main skein in an advent I got 2 years ago. And I had used all the mini skeins in my Radvent cardigan, and I hadn't used the main skein. But it is called, what was it called? Modern Christmas, and it came with, actually it came with two small It was a sock set that came with 2 small minis. I lost the words. One was turquoise and one was called amethyst. And it's a 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards. I like to keep them in these little organza bags. Yeah, and it came with 2 20-gram minis. Yeah, and that one was from Polka Dot Creek. So I started it, I made it, I had to stop, put it aside, put it on hold because I had to start knitting some Christmas socks. The only gifts I'm gift knitting are some Christmas socks for my twin nieces who are teenagers now. But their mom had been hinting throughout the summer as she was seeing me make socks that she thinks the girls would really love a pair. So I am not sure if I have shown this already, but this is another half finished object. Let me see, I'm going to take this one off the blocker and put this one on. Sorry if you're hearing all that coughing in the background. My little guy, he's just, you know, it's been such a rough season for our house. They've just been sick nonstop, it seems like. Here we go. All right. So, isn't that adorable? Look at those colors. So, this is by Lollipop Yarn, and it is called Smarty Pants. So I did a 15-row cuff, a 60-row leg, slip stitch heel and heel flap and gusset, or heel flap, heel turn. And she is a size 8, 8.5. So I knit the foot until I believe it was 42 rows. Again, my notes are on the phone. But I knit it until it measured 7 inches. Yes, I knit it until it measured 7 inches from the back of the heel. And then that is when I started the toe. And actually, my original plan was to do the toe in the contrasting, the gray, which I believe was called Brainiac. But I forgot to change colors, and I think it was a good mistake because I think it's so cute all in the main color here. So I really hope that that's gonna fit her. I have a friend who is a size 8 and she tried it on. Now she had said that she felt it was a little bit tight around the heel area getting it on, but that's when it was still on the needles and it was only around here. So I think it'll be fine. And I don't know, like I've never gifted these before. Do I soak and block them before gifting them? I think so, right? Because I want them to have that nice shape. I still have my stitch markers in here because I was counting rows, and I want the other one, I want the other sock to match perfectly. I don't want one to be bigger or smaller than the other. And so, oops, here's the second one. Oh my gosh, my hair is in my face. Here is the second one. And I am on the heel flap right now. I am about halfway through the heel flap. I had such a busy weekend, I have not had a minute to pick it up. So the last time I worked on this was Friday. So far so good. I've managed to match up the colors and I'm excited. I think this is looking really nice, but I'm also a little bit panicky because I just realized that after this week, there's like only 1 week left and I still have to knit another pair of socks, which I know it really won't take me that long, but anyways, if you're wondering, this is the yarn, lollipop yarn, and these are the details. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna put that back in the bag so that I don't lose it. So that was my finished object and half finished objects of knitting. And let me see what else. Since I have this bag on my lap. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just kicked the camera. I wanted to say, are you okay? I mean, I didn't actually kick you. I mean, I guess that's the Canadian in me, right? I said sorry to the camera and I said, are you okay? I'm okay. I was gonna say sorry again. I just moved it back. Come on, cat. Okay. My hair is all stuck on. Oh no, that's not my hair. That is some piece of yarn or thread or something. So the other thing I am working on is a little amigurumi hamster. A friend of mine has ordered one for her daughter for Christmas. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like without giving away any of the pattern details. This is what the finished object should look like. I will hopefully be finished mine today. I will pop in a picture of the finished object. Not this black and white. So this is a pattern by Katie Did Crafts. And so this was requested in pink and white. I have the little body ready. I have all the body pieces, ears, arms, and feet ready as well. They just need to be sewn on. So isn't he cute? It just fits right in the palm of your hand. He's so cute. This is called the hatching hamster pattern. I'm not making the container it goes in, like the little hatching egg, just a little critter. So I want to get this done. I will put in a picture of previous ones I've made so that you can see it, but it's a really cute, quick pattern. It's just, I've been so busy that it doesn't seem quick because I don't have the consecutive time to sit down and do it. I keep having to start and stop. And as we all know, as crafters, when you start and stop and start and stop and start and stop, it just seems like things are taking forever. So that, oh, sorry, my eye's itchy. Again, I'm apologizing. Why am I apologizing? All right. Okay. Where are we now? Okay, I'm going to show you some works in progress. Here's the first one. So I started this one back in October along with, I think, the whole world. I kind of wish I didn't. I wasn't going to. My plan as of last spring was not to when I finished the last one. But then I put the yarn together and I loved the colors and I thought, oh, this is gonna look so pretty together. But then as soon as I started it, I was like, I don't know if I like it. So this is my Stephen West MCal Twists and Turns. And yeah, it was started in October and I worked on it constantly. I fell behind, very behind. Let me show you the right side. Hold on. Wait. That was the right side. Okay. So here we go. So right, there's all these sections with stitches on hold. All right, here we go. So here we go. This is it. And I think the colors are so beautiful. Let me get closer for you. Can you see it, or is the light behind me shining through too much? All right, let me see. Maybe it's better if I put something behind it, like if I double it up. Is that better? Oh, that's better. You can see it better like that. Okay, so we have a contrast color 1, contrast color 2. So contrast color 1 is what I like to call this newsprint color. It's like a gray, a marled gray and white. Contrast color 2 is this sort of very light pinkish. It's called Fiore. This was leftovers I had. It's an Explorer Knits colorway. Sorry, I'm gonna say this again because I was covering my mouth. So this grayish colorway here, it's like a marled gray and white, like a newsprint color. This was from an old knit crate. Very old knit crate that I had sitting around and never knew what to do with it. I never liked the way it felt in the skein, and then I used it and now it's become my favorite. And it's 100% Highland wool. I'm like, why have I never used this before? And now it's gotten me on this obsession with 100% like superwash Highland wool. Anyways, the bounciness is incredible. It's so squishy. I'll get back to you with the name of that one. It's so squishy. This contrast color 2, where the cables are, this pink, is called Fiore. That was from the Explorer Knits Italy collection a few years ago. And this purpley color is also an Explorer Knits colorway. It was called Balsamico. Wait, is it? Yes, it is. It was Balsamico from the Explorer Knits Italy collection. Let me double check all of that I just told you. So the gray one is called Gray Twist, and it was La Brebis or La Brebis. Okay, I was wrong again. It's not 100% Highland wool. It's 40% Peruvian Highland wool, 20% nylon. But either way, the squish is phenomenal. The bounciness is incredible. Yeah, and that's called Gray Twist. That was from a knit crate, and I absolutely love it. Okay, where's the other ones? Okay, I can't get it out. Here we go. Come on. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. This accent color, this purple one, it's not Explorer Knits. It's a Cozy Posy Yarn Co. Yeah, it's Cozy Posy Yarn Co. It's called Moody. It's on her fancy base. I don't know if she still has that base. It's an old yarn. It's 70% superwash merino, 20% cashmere, and 10% nylon. That was Cozy Posy Yarn Co. I mixed them up, sorry. You know why? Because I have one that's very similar by the other yarn dyer as well. So that's called Moody. Yeah, but this pink one is definitely Fiore by Explorer Knits, because I remember I used it to make a ranunculus and I had a skein left over. So what are my thoughts on this shawl? I don't love it, but I didn't love either of the other two that I made previously as well. So I didn't love them actually until I finished them. And then that's when I loved them. And to be honest, like, it was so much work. I don't want to rip it out. I think these sections look really cool. I think the colors are working incredibly well together. And this part's not too bad. I was enjoying knitting this part. You see it? I put everything on hold because I needed a break from it and I had other things I wanted to do. So yeah, at this rate, when I put things on hold, I don't know when I'm gonna get back to this one. Do you think I'm gonna get back to it? If so, when do you think I'm gonna get back to it? We should do a poll, like a pool. What is that? What they're called? Like those football pools, but or like those pools. Like, when do you think the baby's gonna be born, or like who do you think's gonna? Like, when do you think she's gonna pick this up and knit it again? Whoever gets it right wins a prize. We should do that. Anyways, okay. So I do have another project that I'm really excited about that I had cast on a few weeks ago, but it's just like, it's so cumbersome and bulky to carry around and work on that's what's putting me off of working on it. But it's really cool. It's really cool. So I started the Flower Power Cardi by Knit Collage. I bought this kit as part of their Fall Cal, I think back in 2020, and it's been sitting around forever in my house because I was nervous about the intarsia and never wanted to do it and just didn't want to. Okay, so I'm sorry there was a little bit of a mix-up there. My phone was telling me that all my storage was full. I had to go through and delete a bunch of stuff. Somehow my phone is connected with my kids' iPads. I don't know what I did when I set that up, but every time they download new games for themselves, those games and those apps end up coming on my phone and it takes up all the space. So delete, 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 delete. Boom, done. So this is going to be a little hard for me to show you, but I have started the Flower Power Cardi. I'm gonna just put in a picture because I don't think I have a picture here printed and I don't want to show the pattern because it is a paid for pattern. This is by Knit Collage and this was from the Fall Cal back in 2020. I bought the kit, but as I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if I got cut off or not. I never started it because I was a bit nervous with the intarsia and I didn't want, I was kept getting put off by, you know, the balls getting all tangled. I mean, this yarn is beautiful. Look at this. This is daisy chain. There's these little daisies in there. Anyways, this is just a big chunky cardigan with these big flowers on it. It just reminds me of like a big 70s style cardigan, which is totally my style, right up my alley. Okay, so this is where I am so far. This is the sleeve. Look at all these, look at all this. There's a lot of yarn management here. Okay, so this is where I am so far. Just barely started with the color work for the first flower on the sleeve. So I want to be really careful with this because I don't want to get it all tangled and mixed up. Okay, so we have this gorgeous petal color. It's a soft, or no, sorry, this is called Lavender Dust. It's a very soft pinkish purple. This is Vanilla. This is their Spun Cloud. It's got like a gold thread running through it. I'm gonna say I just love it a million times. You're gonna get sick of me. Okay, what else do we have here? There's these little, this is the wildflower. It's a little like fabric yarn. And then there's this kind, which has all these little bits of like, almost looks like tinsel, and I don't know what is woven through it, but gosh, when it's all put together, it is stunning. And I can't wait to wear this thing. And I don't know how I had got it all in this bag. This is like the largest project bag I own. And it's not big enough for this yarn. So let me see here. I have the names of everything here. So yarn A was Spun Cloud wool in color mustard. I don't have that here because I haven't started working with that one yet. It's in another drawer. The cotton one I showed you was wildflower yarn. That's called Tribal. The daisy chain one is color Hyacinth Purple. The other one I showed you with all like that tinsel stuff, that was Castaway. Is that it? No. You know what? I don't know. Ignore me. I think I'm mixing up all the color names, but I'm not going to remember. Some of them, they look so similar. I'm not going to remember which is which. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me see if I wrote it down on here, which is which. The petal color is that lavender dust, that pinkish ball. The outline of the petal is going to be the daisy chain. The cloth yarn, which was the wildflower, is going to be the outline for the center of the flower. The boho dance, so that one with the tinsel, that is going to be the outline for the petals of the second daisy chart. And then color 5, which is the mustard, and color 4, which is a dark multicolor called Castaway, is going to be used later on for parts that I'm not there yet. So not even, that's why I haven't included them in this bag right now. They're still sitting in a cupboard because it's gonna confuse me. It was really confusing trying to figure out which color was for which here. And on top of that, so you need a bunch of different needle sizes. So I needed, hold on, let me see. What did I need for this? Because this is crazy. Wait till you see this. For the bottom and the front ribbing, I'm gonna need 10mm needles. But then to knit the body of the sweater, I need 12.75mm needles, which it says is a US 17. Okay, I didn't have that. I had to order. And no, I couldn't find these things anywhere, so I had to go to Amazon. And even on Amazon, usually Amazon is my go-to and it comes super fast. These things I had to wait like 3 weeks for them to arrive. I don't know where they came from. Look at them. They're massive. Look at the size of these things. So these are, yeah, Chaogu US 17 12.75mm needles. They're huge. happy that I have what I need now to move ahead. I like to say, well, I was trying not to move too quickly on the sleeve, because if I moved too fast, I wouldn't have been prepared with the right needles to get to work on the body. But see the excuses I tell myself, honestly. Meanwhile, I'm just like, in reality, avoiding working with the intarsia, which really isn't that bad. It's not bad at all. It's just constantly untangling the yarn. And if I didn't have a house full of crazy kids constantly interrupting me and needing something, then I could do it. But I'm scared they're going to come along. Well, it's mostly my 2-year-old. I'm scared he's going to come along and mix it all up and tangle the yarn, and it's going to be a disaster. Yeah, which could happen. All right, so where are we going to next? All right, so that's it for my works in progress, my FOs, my half-finished objects. Okay, so technically I have 2 more finished objects, but they're not yarn related. They are sewing projects, and you guys, let me tell you, I couldn't be happier. Like, I wish, as much as I wish I could spend so much more time knitting and crocheting, I am having the best time ever sewing. I finally figured out how to sew project bags that I like. Okay, you gotta get ready for this one. My 80s heart, like, if you grew up in the 80s, I mean, I tracked down this fabric online on some obscure Etsy shop, and I couldn't get a lot of it. I honestly could only get like a fat quarter and I don't know, some long strip. I don't even know what they called it. That's all they would sell. They didn't sell large quantities. So I have enough to make one, or could I make, I measured it out. I could either make, I think I can make one more large and maybe one small bag, but I'm not ready to do that yet. But are you ready? Bum, 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 bum. Check it out, check it out. Guys, it is all the 80s cartoons that I grew up with. And like, come on. I can't even. Care Bears. Look at this. We've got the My Little Ponies. Rainbow Bright. Look at these guys. Inspector Gadget, He-Man, Care Bears, Chipmunks, Gem. There's so many. There's so many. The Popples, Muppets, DuckTales. Like, and then there's on the back, there's more people that, like, I can't. So I paired it with this denim at the bottom, and I wanted it to have a drawstring, and I wanted it to be a large size. So I don't remember the measurements now off the top of my head, but it's large. It's large. Like, I can fit, I have yarn here. I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full skeins right there. Like, that's a sweater size. That's a sweater size bag. And you ready for the lining? Look at the lining I put. Bum, bum, bum. Hot pink stars, hot pink stars. Okay, so not only did I put lining, I'll talk about this yarn in a minute. Kind of going backwards here. Not only did I put lining, but can you see I put pockets? Can you see the pockets? There's 3 pockets. 1, 2. Can you see them? It's hard to see. There's pockets in there, right there along that side, on one side. And I put in this little, in the same lining, a ring with a clip here to hold stitch markers. Now, the one thing I did with the straps, I'll say the straps are a little bit, the placement, okay, let me start again. I placed the straps on either side of the casing of the drawstring, which I like, but I wonder if I would have liked them better more in the center. I'm not sure. I think I might. But like this thing, it stands really great. It's got a box bottom, 5-inch box bottom. I just can't with this fabric. So I don't know. I mean, I'm debating if I should put some of these in my shop. I don't know. This one's for me. This one is 100% for me. But I'm pretty sure I measured out the fabric. I'm pretty sure I have enough to make another one of this size. But I think if I do, I'll put the straps. I'm going to show you another bag that I just finished as well. I'll show you where I placed the straps on that one. I'm pretty sure I'll put the straps more over here because I like it better. And I'll make the pockets slightly higher, just like I did in my other bag. But other than that, like, I can't get over it. I wish I could get tons of this fabric because it's incredible, but it was hard to get. So I'm staring at it. I'm not even staring at the camera. I'm just staring at the fabric. What do you guys think? I'm so impressed with this bag. Like I am legit proud of myself here because I went through so much trial and error to try to figure out this bag making process. And I was saving this fabric because I was so scared to try it out with this fabric because I loved it so much and I knew how hard it was to get and I didn't want to ruin it. But anyways, so that's that one. Okay. Look at this one. Da, 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 da. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. I love Grinch. I love Mr. Grinch. And I wanted a Christmas bag. So it's the same size. Same size. Seems, actually, this one's, no, I made them the exact same size, but for some reason, one seems bigger than the other. I wonder if it's might be half a centimeter bigger or something. Half a centimeter, half an inch. Anyway, so you can see that here I placed the straps 3 inches in from each side, and so it sort of, they overlap sort of with the with the casing, with the drawstring casing. And I think I like it better. I think I like the placement of these straps better over here. What do you think? Which placement do you like better for the straps? At the end of the drawstring casing or in the middle of the drawstring casing? Okay, I love this fabric. I have more of this fabric too. I know I'm kind of late to the Christmas game, but I might save it for next year. I don't know. This one's my favorite. I'm only talking to my dog today. That's totally me. And where's the other one that I love? Let It Snow Elsewhere. Sorry, my kids are dancing upstairs and that's why you're hearing a bunch of noise. All right. So yeah, this is the other bag I made for myself. So this one, I made a few tweaks after I made the cartoon one. So the lining in this one is this multicolored stars. You would have seen this bag if you've been watching my Vlogmas. I showed it all. I showed the whole process of me making it. This one I put the pockets in, but I put them higher up and I like the placement of them better. I don't know if you can see that. I love these bags because you can just fold it down too if you want. It's like a little stand-up bucket. It's a little bit, let me see, I can just do this and you can see the pockets right there. This is the little amigurumi I'm working on. So this one I only split the pockets. I made them into two. I did 2 pockets here, not 3. And this one I did the little tab with the ring and it's holding all my stitch markers there and progress keepers. I mean, I can't stop smiling because I worked so hard for so many months just playing around with the sewing machine and trying out different patterns and taking bits and pieces from different patterns that I liked and putting them together and trying things out. And because I knew what I wanted and I never found it all in one spot. So yeah, and I love that I put the handles because I need a bag with handles. I can't just carry it like this. I need a bag with handles, and the ones with just the strap on the side, they're just not cutting it for me. I have too many things going on. I have too many kids around me. I need my hands free. So this way I just do this, boom, boom, and I'm good to go. And I can knit like this too. I just, so here we go. So I don't know. I mean, I don't have much time to stay sitting at the machine sewing, but I did go overboard with some fabric purchases and I would love to turn them into bags, and I'm wondering if I should put them in the shop. I'm wondering if I should open up my shop again. Sometimes I get really overwhelmed with the shop and I don't like to make things and then they just sit there. So unless if there's a demand or if there's a request, I'm more than happy to do it. I don't know. Anyways, unless if you would like one of these right now, these are the 2 that I have. If you would like one, maybe pop a message in the comments, let me know, and I will try my best to get them done and put it in the shop and make an announcement on make a post on Instagram or something if they're up there, and let you know. I know shipping has changed a lot since back in March as well when I had my shop open, and I know within Canada it's not a big deal. Well, I mean, the shipping's expensive. That's the problem. It's like shipping, oh gosh, it's like $15 to $20 just to ship something, whether it's within Canada or the United States. So I feel bad, but there's really not much I can do about it. There is one company I was looking into to try to see if I can find alternate cheaper shipping to the States, but I don't know how quickly I can get that in order. But if this is something that you're interested in, if you're still listening, let me know. I can't promise how quickly I can get it out, but if you're not in a rush, again, I don't have much of this. I think I only have enough for one large bag and perhaps one smaller medium bag. And the smaller the medium, listen, I've only got the large one down packed right now. The smaller medium, I'm still playing around with the designs. I'm not sure if they'll have a zipper or not yet. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I had a bunch of crochet I wanted to show you. Okay, hang on, I'll be right back. All right, so let's make this quick. I don't know, I started and stopped a few times. I don't know what time we're at right now, but one of my goals this year for my students, some of you may know I'm a teacher, so I have 21 students this year, and I want to make them all a Christmas gift. And so I want to crochet them each a stuffy. And so this is what I started working on back in October, and then I got sick and everything got put on hold. So I have these guys so far. This is called a Leggy frog. I can't remember off the top of my head the designer of each one, but I will link them down below in the description or write down the names. So this is Leggy frog. Isn't he cute? This is a chameleon. Can't remember again. Isn't he cute? Look at that little guy. His floppy little legs. This is the pocket whale. This guy might be my favorite. I don't know, Leggy frog's pretty high up there too. I really like him as well. I wonder if he can sit on my head. No, maybe my shoulder. My hair is in the way. Anyways, okay, enough screenies. So these, my friends, I'm hoping to be able to make one of each, or not one of each for my students, but to be able to make a bunch of these and have my students choose what they would like. Put their hand in a bag and pull one out for Christmas. There's also one I'm gonna make, there's an axolotle pattern, which I don't have a sample here yet, but I'm gonna make those too. And I'm thinking the boys that I teach, I have 7 or 8 boys in my class. They're all obsessed with like axolotls and reptiles and things. So I'm thinking the chameleons and the axolotls for them. And I think I'll have them in a separate bag. And for the girls, I'm thinking sock monkeys and whales and froggies in different colors. But then I don't know, maybe the boys will like sock monkeys and frogs too. So I'll probably mix and match and just put a bunch and let them pick. I don't know. So that's my plan. But again, like, I mean, I got about a week and a half to get this done. And not like each one takes long. Like, these things are made with the chenille yarn, so they're pretty quick. And a lot of them are no sew. Like this guy, the only things you have to sew on are his arms and his ears. No, not his his arms? I don't remember. I'm terrible. I mean, a terrible podcaster today. It's been so long. Okay, so last thing I wanted to talk about is future projects, what I want to cast on / some acquisitions. So I got, if you watch Vlogmas, you may have seen this last week when I talked about a little bit of what's in my stash, but Bramble Ridge had a sale recently and I picked up some Surrey alpaca in this. It was one of her one-of-a-kind colorways. It's a very soft pink. So I picked this up, and my plan, these are 25-gram skeins. So I would like to make a Snuggle is Real Cal by Max the Knitter. So I am pretty sure this is enough to do that. And I just need to choose the other 2 colorways that I would need to go with it. And I think, are they DK or fingering? I can't remember. I have to look into that. The other thing I got was from Bramble Ridge was these 2 skeins of Surrey in the color Camo. Sorry, the light is really coming in and blowing it out. Is that better? That might be better over here. Might be better. And I got these to pair with this green fingering weight yarn that I had gotten to make a ranunculus. And I originally wanted to make a ranunculus with long sleeves, but I don't know now, since she only had 2 of these available, so I grabbed them. But I don't know if this is going to be enough for a long sleeve ranunculus. Can someone tell me, will two skeins of Surrey be enough? It's 459 yards. Part of me thinks it will, but I don't know. So I think I might split for sleeves first, do the sleeves, and then when the sleeves are done, go back to the body and knit the body, as long until I have, and keep going until I finish the yarn. But I can't really do that, can I? Because with the ranunculus, you need to split for sleeve. After you split for sleeves, you have to, that's when you do some of the sizing increases. So I might need to go until I finish the sizing increases and then go to the sleeves. So I need to do that. That's that plan, but I don't want to do that yet because I have this yarn, which I've had sitting around forever. This is Autumn and Indigo in the color Whisper. And this is actually a single ply. It's 400 yards. I have 3 of these. I have to check the pattern, but my original thought was to make a diaphanous raglan. I really want to make a diaphanous raglan. And it's got this, it's like a creamy base with a really soft pinkish purpley color running through it with a very faint like orange and yellow speckle throughout. And I bought 4 of these silk clouds, Shibui silk clouds in the color Ivory to pair with it. I think it'll look really pretty and soft, but I want to add some sparkle to it. So I have these 2 sparkle sequin yarns. Now I had bought, these are Lana Gato. I got these from the Crafty Jackalope from her online shop. And I bought 4 of the pink one and I had gotten only 2 of the white. I don't know why I only got 2 of the white. She may have only had 2 available. And I don't know. I think originally I was thinking I would do the pink one because I wanted it to have more of a pink tone to it. Now I'm wondering if the pink thread might show up too much or should I do the white? I think I'm gonna have to do a little swatch to see how the sequins show up with it. Because also this yarn has such a pretty, subtle, beautiful whisper of pink running through it, and I'm scared this mohair is going to diminish all of that. I'm scared it's going to get rid of it all and just wash it out with white. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Give me all your thoughts, guys. All the thoughts. Okay. Again, I don't know how long I've been talking. I've had to start and stop so many times. But I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back if you're a returning viewer. If you are a new viewer, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you sticking around. I really am trying to grow this channel. Please spread the word to your friends, and it would really, really help out so much if you would give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed what you saw. You know, subscribe if you want to come back for more, and check out some of my other videos. I'm gonna really try to keep up with the rest of Vlogmas, and I try to post a podcast once a month, but I know the last few months that hasn't happened. Bear with me. Life is crazy. We're doing our best over here. Everyone's just doing their best. You know what? Have fun, guys. Keep knitting. I wish you all the best for the holidays, and you know, stay safe, stay healthy, and let me know what you're making. Try something new. If you've tried something new, let me know. Let me know in the comments what kind of craft you're getting into. Okay, and I guess until next time, my friends, take care. Bye.